of the success thus far of the app that's been launched by the ministry, in particular the Department of Inspection. We have gathered a lot of information and data, sometimes not even related to VROMI, and within the next month we're going to share that data as well. Coming out of that data, what has become very apparent is that people are not respecting stop and removal orders. This will be strictly enforced going forward. Just some more information, when a person gets a stop order, they're required to stop the work that's ongoing. When they receive a removal order, they have a certain time frame on the letter that they receive where they are to remove the construction at their own cost. When they don't remove it at their own cost within their own time, it is sent to the Public Works Department to carry out, which is now under the Department of Infrastructure. Infrastructure contacts them, lets them know they are coming, and the police is also contacted, and it's removed by infrastructure, and a cost is made up and sent to the owner. While I understand it's very challenging in a small community to take such tough decisions, we have to also realize that if we want to live in a decent place, we have to also respect our neighbors. As such, I will be executing stop orders and removal orders with force going forward. So please bear in mind, if you have them pending and have not done so, please do so within the time frame. Excuse me. I'd like to also give a couple of updates on 3 building permits in particular that have, well, 2 in particular that have given quite some interest in the community, and 1 in particular which I have recently approved. While I remain very much about transparency, I think it's very important to have these discussed publicly because they do involve big developments. I'll begin with the permit issued to Noble Estate, which has been in court as well. A little background, the permit originally requested government to allow for the construction of 7 buildings on the hillside next to what is now the Hills development. VROMI in 2022 or 2023 approved 4 of those buildings. The court deemed that the negative advice for 7 was not well substantiated, and we were taken to court. Under my administration, we were able to substantiate why exactly those 4 buildings were the ones that were allowed. It considered things like the hillside policy, as well as the need to address comprehensive drainage going forward. This has now been sent back to the court for decision making. On Ville 20, which I think has become quite controversial in the media, I'd like to best begin that Ville 20 received their building permit in 2023. This building permit, though they did not receive the civil works permit as yet. The 2023 building permit was not published. This will be published, we found out now, but we have it published in the next National Gazette, so we instruct everyone to look out for that as well. One thing we also realized that Ville 20 was not required to do an environmental impact study when they were issued the building permit, and as such, I've requested them to do an environmental impact study, noting that we've discovered that the beach itself contains one of the last remaining and thriving Elkhorn coral reefs on the island. As such, there will also be discussions about the possibility to continue to place sand in that area, as it is not a naturally occurring area for sand. It is a stone beach, and as such, discussions around the possibility of continuing that initiative and a marina are going to be looked at and reviewed. Finally, on the topic of the permits, I have, in all transparency, and I really believe in it, I have approved my first large development, which is a 10-story condo building in the area of Maho, in the area of Blue Marine, on the ridge overlooking the airport. This was done with much consideration to the policies. We also requested a letter of no objection from the airport, given that it could potentially in that area have impact on radar and airport services. And we also were in close consultation with GEBE. That area also already includes a number of apartment buildings and complexes, and as such was deemed by policy to not be a problem for approval. Finally, a bit more positive news. Following our trip to Aruba, I must say again, thank you to my colleague Minister Aarons for hosting us in Aruba. One of the key things that we spoke about was the need to involve the private sector. I think that's very critical. And since coming back, we've already hosted several meetings with individuals who are already involved locally in the waste management sector. And as well, I want to make mention of the suggestion made by a member of the media, Mr. Lee, regarding the net metering. We did have an opportunity to get a copy of Elmar's solar policy that also makes possibilities and outlines how net metering works to give back to the grid. And we're going to follow up with a meeting, of course, with the relevant Minister of Energy when the new government swears in by the end of this month.
Currently, there is only one tax inspector employed within the tax administration. However, the department responsible for tax assessments, which includes ex officio tax assessments, has 7 tax assessors, 3 junior assessors, and 4 senior assessors. Filling critical vacancies remains a major challenge throughout government's apparatus, mainly due to outdated salary scales and an outdated function book that does not offer competitive salaries. This matter is being addressed as part of the Lance Paquette project. Number 4, lack of internal records and accountability measures. The audit chamber highlighted that there are no systematic internal records to track how often ex officio assessments are reviewed or to compare them with subsequent tax filings. This issue stems from limitations within the current tax system. Unfortunately, the system does not differentiate between ex officio assessments and regular tax assessments, making it impossible to extract specific data on ex officio tax assessments. This issue can only be resolved with the implementation of a new tax system, which is being procured under Theme C of the Lance Paquette. Number 5, effectiveness of surcharges and their impact on compliance. A surcharge is added to ex officio tax assessments, 10% for individuals and 25% for businesses, to ensure that estimated assessments are not too low and to encourage taxpayers to file. Approximately 38,000 tax assessments were sent out last year. However, due to system limitations, we do not know how many were ex officio assessments and how much were regular assessments, as the system does not differentiate. For individuals, ex officio tax assessments were sent for 2019, while for businesses, they were sent for the year 2020. Unfortunately, due to limitations in the existing tax system, we do not have concrete data on the effectiveness of these surcharges in prompting taxpayers to file or pay their taxes. A new tax system would allow us to track compliance rates more accurately. Number 6, delivery of ex officio tax assessments via postal system. The General Audit Chamber noted that the tax administration does not verify whether taxpayers actually receive their assessments. Mail delivery on St. Martin has proven to be challenging, mainly due to lack of proper street names, a need for updated correct addresses, and the lack of mailboxes at residence and business gates continue to be a challenge for effective mail delivery, which has led to there being a lack of respect for mail on St. Martin. These well-documented issues by the current postal system can reduce tax compliance and increase administrative costs. Solutions being explored include e-government project. This aims to integrate address updates between government entities, the census, TIAT, VROMI, and the tax office, as well as non-governmental organizations such as the Chamber of Commerce. Digital notifications, a future tax system could allow for email notifications, but this would require legislative amendments given the option of receiving these tax assessments by mail and or digitally. For now, the legal obligation remains on the taxpayer to file their taxes, and the tax administration's role is to ensure that assessments are properly issued and documented. Number 7, denial of sampling. Regarding this matter, the General Audit Chamber has stated that they were denied access to certain records due to concerns over sensitivity and privacy. While the Audit Chamber asserts its legislative authority, the Tax Office has justified its denial based on confidentiality obligations. Tax officials have a legal duty of confidentiality as stipulated in Article 50 of the General National Law on Taxes. However, according to the Tax Authority, Articles 1 and 26 of the National Ordinance General Audit Chamber, along with the explanatory memorandum, do not extend the General Audit Chamber's authority to include the auditing of taxpayer information. This is an issue that requires further clarification between the General Audit Chamber and the Tax Office, supported by legal advice, to ensure that all parties fully understand the legal boundaries and obligations. It is crucial to respect the authority of the General Audit Chamber and comply with its legal mandate, while at the same time ensuring that tax confidentiality laws are not violated. To achieve this, the matter will be addressed separately to provide clear guidance on what is legally permissible moving forward.
Your social and health insurance is your social and health insurance.
Are you SXM insured? Do you have a valid medical insurance status? SXM is cardless. Request your My SXM account today and enter the virtual office of SXM. Go to sxv.sx and sign up now.
Your social and health insurance.
Join us for our second breast cancer support group session of the year. The Still Beautiful Positive Foundation and Electrolytes Foundation are excited to announce the second breast cancer support group meeting for the year, scheduled for Thursday, February 20th, 2025. The meeting will be held at RC4C Foundation, located at 80 Illich Road, 60, Unit 1.1, from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. This support group, which was first launched in May 2023, provides a safe and supportive environment for individuals affected by breast cancer. The meeting will be facilitated by Ms. Shirley Saboni, who will lead the discussion on the topic, the 2025 Bingo Card Goals. It is a fun and interactive way to set and track your goals for 2025. We invite all members of the community to join us for the evening of support, encouragement, and shared experiences. This is a safe place for breast cancer patients, survivors, family members, and loved ones. Let's come together and share stories, offer support, and uplift each other. Whether you're newly diagnosed, navigating treatment, or thriving in survivorship, this group is here for you. Let's continue this year with hope, connection, and strength. For more information, please contact the Still Beautiful Foundation at stillbeautifullsxm@gmail.com or call 1-721-588-8020. We look forward to seeing you there.
Regarding this month is recognized as Health Heart Awareness Month. Regarding the Health Heart Awareness Month, I would like to commend the St. Martin Heart and Stroke Foundation for all activities that they have executed and those that they still have to execute within the coming days. Their next event is in collaboration with CPS, which is a walkathon scheduled for Saturday, February 15th, 2025 at 4:30, starting from the CPS building in the Vineyard Courtyard. In addition, in recognition of this cause, we urge everyone to please wear red every Friday for the month of February. So this Friday, we're going to double up on the red, considering it's Valentine's Day. But considering this matter, I would also like to advise the public of St. Martin. This month may be about Heart Health Awareness Month, but don't leave the actions only be limited to this month. Please, it is noted that a lot of our individuals are getting heart stroke from a very young age, as young as 40 and the late 30s. As Minister of VSI, I'm recommending individuals to please start eating nutritious meals, start moving, doing activities, and also take regular checkups. It's very important. And yes, eating healthy is very expensive, but if you have to choose between the two, your life or your health, I would choose my life. Shifting focus to Men's Mental Health Awareness Foundation. I had the pleasure to meet and discuss ongoing and future mental health initiatives. The president, Mr. Gums, presented the foundation's recent achievement and outlined its upcoming programs for 2025, including, which are Social Workers Outreach Program, aimed to extend mental health support within the community, high school support groups, establishing peer support systems for students, Dad and Me Sports Day, promoting mental well-being through family engagement in sports, Barbershop Talk, an initiative creating informal space for men to discuss mental health topics. I commend Mr. Gums for his dedicated focus on men's mental health, an area often overshadowed in the broader mental health initiative. As President Gums highlighted, the positive progress of both existing and new programs. I, as Minister, reaffirm my commitment to enhance the mental health awareness and support across St. Martin. Collaborative efforts like these are essential. Addressing the unique challenges faced by men in our community is definitely commendable and will be addressed. This brings me to the Trimbos Institute. In a significant move to enhance mental health service, St. Martin's Mental Health Project has partnered with Trimbos Institute, a renowned Dutch research organization. This collaboration, founded by the St. Martin Trust Fund and implemented by the NRPB, alongside the Ministry of Public Health, Social Development and Labor, aims to develop sustainable, community-focused mental health service tailored for the island. Trimbos will provide technical expertise to reshape the sector, ensuring all residents have access to timely, high-quality mental health care. The partnership includes a comprehensive assessment of current mental health services, guidance on creating an inclusive mental health framework, and training program to build local professional capacity. It will also support the finalization of the National Health Action Plan, improve governance structure, and offer relevant strategies to ensure high quality care for all residents. Reflecting on the agreement, Chamber's expertise will help build us a strong foundation for mental health services in St. Martin with long-term benefits to the community. Building on that, I want to talk about the comprehensive healthcare reform. When speaking about mental health, I want to make it clear to the public that it does not stop here, or it's not stop there. As previously mentioned, I am looking at healthcare system of St. Martin as a whole. One of the steps in this approach is to review our current insurance services and the provided healthcare based on this. As Minister of VSI, I have prioritized this matter this month. A key component of this process involved collaboration with collaboration with SZV. We are examining the current challenges faced by the insurance company as well as its opportunities. Opportunities lies in expanding the pool of insured individuals and ensuring sustainable funds to enhance the overall health infrastructure and deliver improved care to our community. Additionally, it is crucial to critically assess the current use of funds and explore possibilities for cost-effective healthcare, meaning maintaining high-quality care while achieving cost savings where feasible. I am committed with collaborating with all stakeholders to ensure that a holistic healthcare system is tailored to the needs of St. Martin, reflects our dedication to the well-being of every resident.
Your social and health insurances. Your social and health insurances.
Are you SZV insured? Do you have a valid medical insurance status? SZV is cardless. Request your My SZV account today and enter the virtual office of SZV. Go to szv.sx and sign up now.
Your social and health insurances.
Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton announced in Parliament on Tuesday that the recent job fair and expo organized by the Ministry of Health was a huge success, attracting nearly 3,000 applicants. But after reviewing the applications, Dr. Tufton says the number was narrowed down to 2,480 qualified candidates with over 600 job vacancies available. However, not everyone shares Dr. Tufton's optimism. Opposition spokesman on health, Dr. Alfred Dawes, has criticized the job fair, calling it a waste of time.
How many of those 2,400 shortlisted employees can actually go towards filling the 600 posts? What positions were they shortlisted for? And how many of them are actually being considered for the crucial, vital, technical positions that are needed right now for the proper functioning of the healthcare system?
As predicted, the Ministry of Health and Wellness job fair was a spectacular visual production with very little benefit to the health sector. Many attendees confirmed that the entire fair could have been an email. Traveling for miles to drop off a resume is archaic and, quite frankly, a colossal waste of time.
Dr. Dawes further argued that the health minister has failed to adequately address the chronic staff shortage plaguing the sector.
Boasting of an unnamed but few number of nurses and doctors hired is a PR stunt when currently the Anata Bay Hospital still has no surgeon and has to be transferring patients to an overcrowded St. Anne's Bay Hospital. Sav Hospital is short of 30 doctors at least, and there are general staff shortages across the island.
Dr. Dawes is urging Jamaicans to demand accountability from the health minister regarding the ongoing issues plaguing the healthcare sector.
The question that taxpayers need to ask is this: how did this job fair help to fix the HR issues when just this week midwives were wearing black in protest, nursing aides, community health aides were protesting, consultants are restive, and junior doctors have a case against the government at the IDT? What problems have been solved by this?
Kerry Simpson, TVJ News. Despite the ongoing protests by nurses across Jamaica over delayed retroactive payments, Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton remains optimistic about the progress made in the health sector over the last 5 years. Dr. Tufton highlights that the government has improved job security for healthcare workers through compensation reviews, which has benefited facilities like St. Anne's Bay Hospital to a large extent.
84% are officially appointed. 100% placed in a designated post. That never existed. A lot of the staff were on contract, which never allowed them the security of tenure, which made a lot of them very uneasy because when they retired, they would not have benefited from some of the services, pensions, and so on. And the fact that the government has done this, I hope, will augur well for the peace of mind of staff and hopefully a more friendly staff and a more productive staff.
In addition, Dr. Tufton says working conditions have also seen significant enhancements for healthcare workers. Furthermore, patients accessing care at hospitals like St. Anne's Bay have also benefited from upgraded facilities and services, leading to a better overall healthcare experience.
We have had fleet expansion of vehicles, ambulances included. We have put in place new services, urology being one that we just discussed, enhanced maternal and child care services, which you know, the PROMAC unit, which is extremely modern, fully equipped, and is offering an important service. We had to use it for COVID. It's gone back to its original use. We are now on record with digital health records for patients.
Dr. Tufton acknowledges that despite the progress made, challenges will always be present in the health sector.
I think it's important that we do not lose sight of the fact that the struggle will always continue. It's always a work in progress. We work to perfection, rarely ever get there in any aspect of our lives. But we must recognize the efforts of those who have really made an effort. And you know, it's interesting. We make the news normally for the percentages that are dissatisfied. but rarely make the news for the percentages, which invariably are far more than leave as a satisfied customer. It's just a part of human nature.
Carrie-Ann Simpson, TVJ News.
Hoe was het om de koning hier te ontvangen?
Ja, dat was heel bijzonder. Ik zat vanmorgen om 5 uur aan de keukentafel voor de zenuwen en ik werd met het uur zenuwachtiger. Maar het is een prachtige ontmoeting geweest en de koning heeft zoveel liefde gegeven, zoveel lof, dus ja, geweldig.
Wat voor sporten kun je hier allemaal beoefenen?
De traditionele sporten, voetbal, handbal, tennis, maar ook blindenvoetbal bijvoorbeeld, elektrische rolstoelvoetbal, Parkinson-boksen die we geven aan mensen met Parkinson. Dus ja, echt de mooiste club van de wereld.
Vanuit je kindertje. Dit is lekker. Goed zo. Oh, dat komt wel. Ja.
Hoe was het om met de koning te boksen?
Geweldig. Ik had het echt nooit verwacht. Nee, echt nooit. Echt, in mijn stoutste droom had ik dit vaker willen doen. Hij zag, oh, wat een sterke jongen is dat. Dat had ik niet verwacht. Sommige mensen denken, oh, hij ziet er niet zo sterk uit, maar dat is wel zo.
Wat vind je ervan dat de koning hier is?
Heel leuk. Heel leuk, echt leuk.
Ja.
Maar de koning kon wel een stootje hebben, toch?
Ja, dat wou ik nog wel langer doen hoor. Ik ben sinds hier 2018 ben ik hier gekomen. En ik doe het om lekker sterk te worden later en groot te worden.
Wat is de grote droom?
Nou, eerst een keer met Rico Verhoeven even trainen. Dat hij eens een keer langskomt en dan zegt hij, wil je me even met mij dat ik 1, 2, 3, 4 ga doen? Dat lijkt me echt vet.
Misschien nog wel leuker dan de koning.
Ja.
Majesteit, hoe was het?
Hartverwarmend. Als je dit ziet, wat hier opgebouwd is in 25 jaar, Only Friends, waar kinderen met een beperking gewoon onbeperkt sport kunnen oefenen en iedereen zichzelf kan zijn, gelukkig kan zijn met al die vrijwilligers. Als je hier zo rondloopt, dan denk je echt, dan heb je weer vertrouwen in de mensheid. Echt fantastisch.
Het is een hele lieve man en hij was echt onder de indruk. En ja, het was super mooi en super fijn om hem hier te hebben. En ja, daar zijn we super dankbaar voor.
Hij heeft nog even meegebokst, hij heeft meegevoetbald natuurlijk, hij heeft gefietst.
De koning is echt een sportman hoor en af en toe hield elkaar even vast en voel je ook gewoon echt een sportlichaam. En nee, sportieve man hoor.
Ja, er zit geen rem op. Was het om mee te doen?
Het was ook heel leuk om mee te doen, om te beseffen wat het is. Hè, om op een gegeven moment op een andere manier je voor te bewegen. Omdat je gewoon niet de normale lichamelijke competenties hebt, maar dat je op die manier toch wel mee kan doen.
Heel cool was dat. Dat was super gaaf. Het is sowieso al super gaaf dat hij hier naartoe is gekomen. En je hebt hier heel veel vrienden. En dan is het inderdaad heel erg fijn om dit mee te mogen maken. Het is heel uniek.
Hoe deed de koning het? Ja, duimpje omhoog zie ik, heel goed.
Hij deed het goed. Ja. En heel lief inderdaad, hè, dat hij even hier tegemoet kwam.
Ja, het was echt gewoon prachtig om hier vandaag aanwezig te zijn. En bij dit mooie jubileum daar toch enig luister aan bij te geven.